The 5 steps to land your first remote job faster. I'm Juliana Rabi and I help professionals to land a remote job in 90 days. This is my YouTube channel, welcome here, and every week I share a new video related to career, to LinkedIn, to job interviews, to remote job, and all things career related. Please stop the video now. Go ahead and click follow so every week you're going to receive good quality material to keep improving your career. Are you considering landing a remote job but you have no idea how to start doing that? Do you feel lost in the process? Do you have doubts about which kind of job you could apply for so you ended up not doing anything? Let me tell you, you are not alone. Those are very common feelings, and that's exactly what I want to talk about in this video. There are ways to surpass that. There are ways to, despite the initial doubts and confusion and hesitation, move ahead in the process and finally land your first remote job. My first suggestion to land a remote job faster is don't go crazy looking for all kinds of jobs that you could do. Think about, what do I do now? Which kind of work experience I have, which kind of background I have, and go for something similar to that. You'll probably be surprised with the amount of jobs related to your area, to your career, that can be done online. And I know some people are like, no, Juliana, my case is different. You don't know which area I come from, which industry. In my case, it's difficult. And I mean, yes, some industries are more traditional. They're not yet ready to work remotely or fully remotely. But before you say that, my invitation is that you check it out. Don't just say no to all your background because you are an expert in what you do. You have years of experience, you have all the training you did, so let's not throw that all away and start from zero. It's not necessary. Ignore your previous background and start a brand new career. You most likely, I don't know which kind of job you do, I know that, but in general, you most likely can do what you do now online, or part of it online, or use your background, use your knowledge, the things you already have, your backpack full of knowledge, experience, and all of that. You can use that to your next job online. So don't ignore everything you have done and check first if it is possible to do the same thing you do now remotely, or a certain variation, but that you bring all your background and all your expertise, and you don't need to start in an entry-level position because you already have experience in the area you're applying for. That will also increase the chances that company call you for an interview because you most likely meet the requirements of the job. So please consider, what do I do now? What is my studies related, my expertise? How can I transform that? How can I apply for a remote job related to this area? My second tip to land a remote job faster is check the reality of the job market. I speak to so many people that they have no idea about which kind of jobs are available to work remotely, and that's not acceptable, because if you want to enter in the remote work world, you need to know what things are happening there. You need to know what they're cooking, which kind of jobs are available remotely. And how do you do that? That's easy. Go to LinkedIn and search for a job title and search remote, or just search for remote jobs and see all the options that will apply. Search for a job that you think you could do and that this job could be done online, and put remote on the area instead of put a specific location. Search. There are so many hundreds of websites specifically for remote jobs. There are people that work online and remotely that you can have a conversation and ask, hey, which kind of job do you do and how did you get there? Which your colleagues at the company do that. So amplify your knowledge, get closer to this reality, bring the reality of the job market to your reality also. So checking online and seeing what the marketing is offering, which are the requirements for the position, which kind of jobs are available. So be familiar with that. You don't need to make up an idea and you don't need to know in advance. But you can search, you can get closer to this reality to understand better what is out there, which are the options available, and then check how does my profile meet those requirements, which thing sounds appealing to me, which kind of job I'm really excited to do, which kind of companies I want to work in. Probably you're going to be surprised with the amount of jobs that you never thought that could be done remotely, but they are happening right now. People are doing them remotely right now. So please go ahead and check the reality of the job market before you make any further decision. My third tip to land a remote job faster is very connected to the second tip. Once you understand the reality of the job market, the third tip is identify if there is any gap in your profile that you should improve, that you should work on, and then you make an investment on it. Let me explain that better. If you're checking remote positions for example, project manager, okay, and then you identify that 8 out of 10 job offers out there, fully remote, they ask for a specific certification, and you realize you don't have that certification. So if you confirm, if it's clear that the market is asking for that, maybe, just maybe, it's worth it to invest on that certification. Maybe you can do an online course in 1 month or 2 months. You have that requirement that most of the companies are looking for, and then your profile is more interesting for remote work companies. Maybe it's a certain language that you have in an intermediate level, and you realize by checking the reality of the job market that most of the companies are looking for that language. Then maybe you decide to do an intensive course to improve your level and then be more prepared to apply. So that applies for language, for courses, for certifications, for ability to use a certain program. And not necessarily you're going to improve that skill by attending a course, paying a course and attending. Maybe it's just like, I don't know, watching YouTube videos or, spending time on your computer trying to improve that skill. So the thing is, understand first the reality of the job market before committing time, money, and energy into learn something new, making a course, getting a certification or something that might not be that important in the process. So before you commit to something, understand what's the real reality of the job market, and then you decide if it's worthy, if you want to do that now, and then you go for it. My fourth tip to land a remote job faster is taking care of your online presence. I cannot stress that much. So please pay attention to the image you're showing to companies online. It's a remote job, so obviously companies will check your LinkedIn profile, most likely your social media. They're going to ask for your resume, for your curriculum or cover letter. So please make sure that those documents and those social media, they are aligned with the profile you want to show them. So be careful with photos, be careful with the kind of posts you engage, the comments you make, because all those things stay there on the cloud and people can see that. Also make sure they are updated, because I have seen so many LinkedIn profiles that are not updated, and then the information refers to the previous job you had 5 years ago, and everything that you're doing in the new area you want to keep working is still not on LinkedIn. So how are people gonna know that you already made a career transition and you want to keep working on it? So be careful to have an updated LinkedIn, an updated resume. Talk clearly about the kind of jobs and position you want to apply for, because another mistake I see, a very common one, is that people keep referring to their previous work experience, to the previous job they used to do, but they don't talk clearly about the kind of jobs they want to go for now. So it's confusing for the recruiter. They just see you talking about a certain area, but then suddenly you apply for a completely different area. So it kind of doesn't match. So make sure you talk about the kind of jobs and areas you want to apply for, and all the social media, all the documents like LinkedIn, cover letter, resume are updated and showing your best version online. This is extremely important, and a lot of people just take care of other areas, but then they have a terrible LinkedIn profile that doesn't show their best version, and then they're out of the process. My fifth tip to land a remote job faster is network with people that are already working in those companies. I cannot stress that enough. That's extremely important. So once you have your target companies, the ones you want to work for, your dream companies, right? Try to engage with people working in that company already. You can only win in this situation. You're going to get inside information from people that are there. You're going to understand better the company's culture. You're going to create a network in that company, and people are most likely to remember you or thinking about you when there is a position available to the company. They can refer you to positions, so you kind of speed up the recruitment process and you get faster in front of the line to still pass the recruitment process, but you can kind of shortcut the process. So there are so many advantages of that, but the main one is you really understand which kind of company, which kind of job you are applying for. It's important, and it's normal that if you are outside of the remote work environment, you don't really know what to expect from a fully remote job, a partially remote job, right? And that's okay. The only thing is that you need to get that knowledge, you need to get closer to that reality, understand how your routine will be, how a day working fully remotely looks like, how a day working in that company looks like, how is to be part of that team. So the more information you have, the better for you to make your decision about, is this the right company for me? Is this the position I want to do? And then take care of the other 4 steps also to increase the chances to land your fully remote job. Because if you want to enter into the remote world, take care of your online presence. No, make sure what you